I am working on a biography of Jamgo Kongtru, who, of course, looms large in Tibetan history and Tibetan religion, the author of many, many texts and the compiler of many more, created the vast compendiums and compilations of religious material. And he's a huge presence in contemporary Buddhism now. Everybody seems to know his name. Everybody seems to know what impact he had. And so I'm finding, and so obviously I think a biography is long overdue. There's the autobiography, the translation of the autobiography by Richard Barron, which is fantastic, a fantastic resource for me as I'm doing this work. But an autobiography is not enough, right? And Kongtru, it's a very heavily edited autobiography, but it is essentially his diary. So he wrote down what was important for him, but there's not a lot of contextualization. So a biography is the portrait of the person sort of behind the myth, behind the expansive activity, behind the great achievements. What did Kongtru care about on a daily basis? Why did he do this? Why did he do a particular thing? Why this liturgy? Why did he go to see this particular teacher? Everything he wrote in his diary has meaning, and so teasing it out has been just an enormous delight for me. One thing that I've found, and I have a new theory that reading it closely has brought me to, is his relationship with Chensei Wangpo, which is so key in his activity. He loved Chensei Wangpo, and the friendship was invaluable. It was inspiration. He was his teacher. He was his confidant. He was his sounding board. He was his collaborator. But he was also his dear, dear friend. And the two got together because they were friends. I mean, I think one thing that a biography of Kongtru hopefully will do is present Kongtru as a person, as a man who had emotional needs and concerns and fears and anxieties. And one thing I'm finding with the transmissions is you read these biographies of the masters, they're always getting transmissions from each other, always one transmission after the other, even if they've already had it from multiple other people. But why are they doing that? And I think one of the reasons is because that's how they spend time together. Kongtru and Khyentse got together to be with each other, and how do you do that? In 19th century Kham, you did that by giving transmissions, in the same way that probably in 1950s America you played bridge. So there's of course the religious component. There's of course the transmission of the Dharma and their remarkable insights and practices. But there's also real personal interaction that make these, and so this biography, what I'm trying to do is bring all of that to the fore and round it out and say he was a person. He was a very, very interesting person.